Hey, it's me. I want to talk about something that might sound unusual at first: the spiritual meaning of political systems. It matters because what we see out there always mirrors what lives in us. When we understand the outer forms, we start to see our inner patterns more clearly. And from there, a new kind of politics can grow, one that begins within. Let's think of monarchy and feudalism first. At their best, they point to a person who accepts real responsibility and leads with care. True leadership takes work. It asks for steady discipline, patience, and the courage to stand in the open. And there are risks. There's criticism. There's long stretches that ask us to put duty before comfort. When someone carries that weight with love, the role comes with certain privileges, not as a reward for specialness, but as a natural result of service. The distortion shows up when leadership forgets its source and uses power for gain. Then law, fairness, and beauty fade. And the same is true inside us. Each of us has a seed of leadership in some area of life. Maybe you guide a classroom. Maybe you run a small team. Maybe you lead a family. Maybe you lead only yourself for now. If you avoid your own call to lead and still resent those who step forward, you create an inner split. The monarch, so to speak, in you turns weak or harsh. Real self-leadership asks for balance, firmness without coldness, relaxation without drift, discipline that starts at home before it touches anything else. When you live this way, your influence grows on its own. You don't need to grasp for it. People feel your steadiness and choose to follow. So that's the bright face of monarchy within a human soul. Now consider socialism and communism as a single stream. Their clean intention is fairness, the truth that each person carries equal worth at the deepest level. At the same time, people are not equal in how they show up. Some are further along in skill, courage, or will, and it's not a contradiction. A child and an adult have the same value, yet they express life in different ways. The distortion of this system is forced sameness. When we try to flatten differences, life loses air, growth slows. Inside us, the pure form is the ability to see the divine spark in every person, while also seeing differences in choices and actions. We can discern without hate. We can name a misuse of law without denying the core value of a life. When we hold both truths, our judgment softens and our clarity strengthens. And then there is capitalistic democracy. In its healthy form, it honors freedom, creativity, and the flow of abundance in step with real investment of self. It also makes space to care for those who cannot carry their load for a time, not for pity, from wisdom. The distortion here shows up in two ways. The strong can use power to exploit, and the passive can use the system to avoid responsibility, and then point to that same power as an excuse. Because this form blends freedom with care, both shadows can hide here. And that's why it asks for more maturity. Freedom always brings more room to choose wrongly. We all know this in private life. Give yourself total freedom without honest self-questioning, and soon you feel trapped by your own habits. The inner tyrant grows where freedom is used without discipline. And the way out is the same in a nation or a person. Meet your motives with clear eyes. Take your stand. Carry your share. Say no when you need to. Ask for help when you need to. Then freedom becomes a teacher, not a trap. If we look at all three together, we can feel a path forming. Each system carries a clean seed and a shadow. The seed is leadership that serves, equality of worth with room for difference, freedom that honors cause and effect, joined with care for the weak. The shadow is abuse of power, forced sameness, greed, and passivity. The outer world swings between these poles. So do we. Sometimes we submit to whatever is loudest. Then we rebel and push the other way. With time, the swing gets smaller. We move toward a point of fusion, not theory, lived balance. So, what could politics in a new era look like when we start inside first? It would be carried by people who keep a living channel to the highest within. That channel opens when self-interest loosens its grip. It opens when we practice self-honesty, when we ask for guidance, and when we choose service over image. We can sense this in leaders even without knowing them. Our intuition can feel the tone of a life. Modern tools help us learn about people at a distance, yes, but our inner sense still matters most. In this new approach, we would stop treating systems as enemies. Monarchy's clean heart, socialism's clean heart, and democracy's clean heart can live together. Leadership with responsibility. Equality of worth with respect for difference. Freedom joined with care. When any of these elements is missing, the whole tilts. And the same is true within us. There's a part that craves independence so much it forgets the whole. There's a part that wishes to be cared for without giving much back. There's a part that wants power and comfort and doesn't want to look at its effect on others. These parts don't vanish by being buried. Hidden, they grow stronger. But brought into light, they soften. Then the channel clears and love can move through. This is already beginning in small communities and circles. Whenever a group chooses service over status and truth over party, something new is born. When a community asks in each decision, where is the highest will here? The forms stop fighting. The focus shifts from blaming the format to meeting the real issue, which is always a matter of honesty, courage, and care. We can start right where we are. Ask in any conflict, is there devotion to the highest in this choice? If the answer is no, pause and listen deeper. And if the answer is yes, walk on. Humanity has moved through many stages. In the past, raw lower drives often ruled public life without shame. Then came the mask, polite words over hidden motives. It's progress of a kind, but it's certainly not the end. The next turn asks us to see the mask and lay it down, to face the parts of us that want power without price, safety without effort, or peace without truth. When we do that, we no longer need to prove that one system is all right and another is all wrong. We can feel the good root in each one and watch for its twist. And that's how real renewal begins, not from slogans, from inner work that shows up in how we lead, how we follow, how we spend, how we give, and how we vote. Step by step, the channel opens, and with it, a wiser kind of politics that grows from the ground of the soul. Love you. Connect soon.